bits and I had my saw here like this, and I was like, I don't want to delete that. Can I use that for something else? I'm pretty sure it has to be split. At least that's how Churro taught me. Yeah, but like there was like a bit that was free floating, and I had to like delete each brick. You got to delete them. Sorry. Damn, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid, man. All right. Nova Scotia exists? Oh my god, Nova Scotia. Most people do. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the crust of the bread. The crust of the bread. Do you take the bread crust off? Do you eat the bread from the top? I like to eat the bread from the top. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to be like, you need to eat the bread crust. It has all the vitamins. Like, I'm just curious. I ain't judging. I'm not judging because I eat the bread from the top. Like, I don't have anywhere to judge. I got no elbow room here. Yeah. You know, please draw the, okay. The bread thing. You have a loaf. You have slice of bread. You have slice of bread. Let me like slightly try to pay attention. Okay, you've got like crust. All right. And then we'll draw like a side view of bread. And then you've got your like your leafy greens or whatever, and your other stuff, and your other half of sandwich. All right. What I mean is that the sandwich has to be eaten from the top. Okay, first off, the two slices of bread, they cannot be, if you have let's do copy and paste and then rotate. If the bread is put together and like the slice is like this and the bottom slice is like orthogonal or like 180 degrees from the other, like we can't do that. Both of the slices of bread need to be going the same way. Okay. Both of the slices of bread need to be going the same way. And then when you take the first bite of sandwich, you have to take the first bite from the top of the bread. So like in this in this sandwich orientation here, that would be this side of the sandwich needs to be where you start. Don't Kotaru ... me. This is the top of the bread. I kneel. I mean something that bothers me, but something that doesn't stop me from eating it. Okay, so I'm not insane. I'm not like I'm not gonna like throw it in the trash if it's like assembled in the wrong way. But I might just like rotate the bread so it's going the correct direction and then eat it. Like I'm not insane. This is how we're gonna check kids for brain problems in 2030. I mean, like, my parents were like, no, you couldn't possibly be on the spectrum. Like, we didn't do anything wrong. Like, you didn't like blah blah. And I'm like, oh, there were signs. There were definitely signs. You just didn't notice them. I thought you meant something else. Yeah, like I don't know. Did you think I meant like biting with my teeth like on the top of the bread, like nibbling like a hole into the top or something? You are the spectrum. That sounds like a compliment. Like you put on your Ada voice and you're like, Sakamoto-san, you are. Oh fuck! I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Hold on, Sakamoto-san, you are my spectrum. You are the bugs in my soil. You are the birds in my sky. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like one of those things. Yeah, like an attack from above. Like, yeah, should always eat sandwiches. And wait, what do you mean eat the sandwich in two? Do you mean like you bite like it into two halves and then you have two pieces? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, the other thing is I like to cut the sandwich. I mean, like, if it's like a grilled cheese, if it is grilled cheese, these rules do not apply. If it is grilled cheese, you cut it diagonally this way. And then let's do slice, transform. Now this Now this is the top. Now this is where you start your first bite. If it is grilled cheese, and only if yeah, middle bite, middle bite, middle bite. Now you have two smaller sandwiches. Yeah, you could do that. You cut grilled cheese, too much work, but it's better this way. I mean, I prefer it this way anyway. I thought you meant something like this. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure it doesn't open on the window that's being streamed. Let's open this cat box link. Yeah. No, that's what I was drawing. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Yeah, eating from the top. Yeah. I cut my slices down the middle, top and bottom, and then eat along the crust to leave a crustless final bite. You might be. Yeah, I don't know. That one's a. Do you butter both halves of the grilled cheese bread or just the pan facing side? I don't have a preference. I just do whatever. I throw the bread in the pan with the butter, and then I add more butter, and then I flip it, and then I add more butter, and then it's done. I don't know. I don't really think about it. Yeah. Probably too much, but I mean it's an unhealthy treat anyway. You need to cut the grilled cheese into it. Yeah. I that's my preference. That's my preference. And but like there's sandwiches that are exempt from this. If you get submarine sandwich, why am I doing it that way? If you get submarine sandwich, Safeway, Subway, you get the thing. I just take a slice of that and I eat it. Or if it's a Subway sandwich, I just eat the entire thing. I leave the half of it rolled up in the bread or the paper, and I just eat from the top and then just pull off more paper and eat more, and then it's done. I don't know. I don't have that much. I do eat them that way all the time. I think if you get a Subway sandwich and you take a bite out of the middle like this, you might be an insane person. Okay, you need to eat it from the end. You need to eat it from the end, and you take your bites and then you just. It's like eating a burrito. You wouldn't get a burrito and just nibble a hole in the middle of the burrito. People would look at you fucking weird. People that guy's insane. Put that guy in prison. Holy shit. So, I kind of still regret listening to this at work. The hunger has started. I'm so glad I mentioned something about crust. Did I miss something? Yeah. I mean, you cut off the crust, right? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you make, especially, I think the time we're cutting off the crust is the most peak and kino is for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And I'm not exactly sure why. It kind of makes it into a bit of an Uncrustable, although if you buy Uncrustables, you should go to debtor's prison. Anyway, I had planned at some point in making a 3D printed thing so I could mass produce my own Uncrustables by having a die cutter with the crimp texture and having a top and the bottom, and it's has two guide rods and a handle. So you put in your peanut butter and jelly sandwich and you press it down, and it cuts the bread and presses out your little pierogi folded Uncrustable. You can just DIY that shit, throw it in a Ziploc bag, throw it in the freezer. You're you did it. You meal prepped. Like a hamburger press, right? If you take a hamburger press and you combine it with a cookie cutter, you now have the Uncrustable machine that I will sell, and I will become a mega double triple billionaire. And people will be so jealous of me that you can make Uncrustables at home. And then I'll get a class action lawsuit because Uncrustable will be you are violating our stop. You have violated my law. Pay my class action lawsuit, or won't sell unless you give it a Wi-Fi somehow. Yeah, it's got to be AI enabled, or it's got to have a phone holder here with it's got a dedicated AI VTuber girl who's she's got her little thing and she's got a tagline. She's crust ahoy or something. I don't know. That's yeah.